Hey everyone, Scott here, ready to escape from the Planet of the Apes, starring Roddy McDowall, Kim Hunter, Natalie Trundon, Bradford Dillman, Eric Barden, and Ricardo Montalban, and directed by Don Taylor. Why don't I get into this right away, shall we? The opening scene where the military humans get some astronauts that turn out to be apes was a nice way to open up a film called Planet of the Apes. The opening scene was actually a good, or should I say the opening score, I'm sorry, I already talked about the opening scene, was actually a good way to open up with credits for this movie. When Cornelius and Zira are locked up in a cage at the Los Angeles Zoo, it sort of reminded me of the original where Taylor was caged up. When the two doctors, Drs. Dixon and Dr. Stephanie, makes Zira guess which block which is which and sits on top of the bigger block and discovers Zira can talk was a little bit clever. It was sad that Dr. Milo got killed by a giant gorilla, even though we didn't get a chance to know him very well. Those damn gorillas. The courtroom scene when they said they're from this planet called Your Future, was that the planet we were in the first two films? And is it really the future of our Earth? Well, it could happen in that way. No, not really. The Apes, it's science fiction. What are you going to expect? The Apes going to the Beverly Wilshire, which is a hotel, and they actually have a really nice room, if you could believe it. It shows the apes might fit in after Zira and Cornelius can talk. Cornelius and Zira trying on nice human clothes is a really cute moment for a Planet of the Apes film. Cornelius watching a boxing match and calling it beastie was like, really? Did you really need to do that? Zira looking at a museum wax gorilla, those bastards, as she falls down because she's pregnant. The way Kim Hunter played it was oddly placed. Well, maybe not too oddly, but it's perfectly normal. But will lead up to next week's movie. Zira gets drunk with the grape alcoholic drink, I forget the name of it, because someone from the government, who turns out to be a bad guy by the end of the movie, got the president to hear Zira about their home world. Question, is Zira pregnant? If that's the case, why is she drinking alcohol, and why would the government just let her drink that grape alcoholic drink in the first place? We do learn in that the apes get offended if people call them monkeys. That was a good way to know that ape doesn't like being called monkeys. That's probably a good way to get to know him. Dr. Dixon, tries to put the grape alcohol on Zira, being forced by the government to tell the truth about their homeworld of apes, is thinking the government is trying to be evil to the nice apes. If someone doesn't want you to know about how they lived in the original movies, don't force them to talk about it. It's for your safety. They're just here to keep us nice and happy. Zira, while she's pregnant, shouldn't run. When she did, there will be a lot of pain in her body. Ooh, that must have been painful. The baby chimp being named Milo after the death of Dr. Milo is actually a pretty interesting choice, despite his name in the next movie. I won't spoil it at this point yet. But still, that's one cute little ape. Taylor gives Zira a kiss in the lips in the first film. And in this one, not only Zira gives Dr. Dixon a kiss in the lips, but Cornelius kisses Dr. Stephanie at the same scene as Dr. Dixon and Zira. If they were married, they shouldn't kiss other boys or girls, even if they were humans or ape. The fact that Cornelius and Zira got shot and died in this movie kind of makes me nervous for next week's movie, because Roddy McDowall's in the next two movies, if I'm not mistaken. The baby chimp Milo saying, "Mama," and the movie ends like that. It's kind of a weird ending for this cute movie, I'm not going to lie to you. And to end it on a sad note, it's kind of heartbreaking. Because now they will never know what his mom and dad looks like. Now time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 7.9 out of 10. It started off as a cute, funny, and at some point movie, and it ended so dramatic. I did like the movie. It was just sad that baby Milo will never meet his biological mom and dad, but it was a good movie at that point. Next week I'll be back for Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, so until next time, I'd like to kiss you goodbye, but you're so damn ugly, to quote the first film.